this, yeah.
Yes.
Regarding another article I saw a while back, and maybe we could, next time we speak, get into this more, because I think Canada in general is a very interesting country, much like Sweden and Switzerland. There are a few of these who kind of go in the kind of neutral theme, I guess, in some sense. But anyway, this article was regarding a few Canadian scientists who had now recreated the 1918 Spanish flu, I think.
Actually, they did a documentary here, and you can find it if you go into cbc.org archives.
Mm-hmm.
And the doctor who was sent off in this research team was called Dr. Campbell. She was heavily funded by Canada to go off and dig up bodies in the permafrost, mainly in Norway, I think it was.
Yeah.
However, the odd thing was a guy from Norway on his own, supposedly, came over to Canada, went up north to the Inuit Indian Territory, and got permission from the leader there, a woman, to dig up bodies. Well, he got the ones with the active viruses in them. And this was all documented in this documentary, which you can download.
Oh, do you know the name of it, so people can search for it, and including myself?
It was Deadly Something.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna see if I can find
that.
that.
Dr. Campbell was the head of the Canadian team, and I think it was simply called Unearthing the Spanish Flu, or Unearthing the Killer
disease.
It was Unearthing something, it was called.
Excellent. Yeah, I'm gonna do a search for that and see if there might be a copy on Video Google or something like that.
Yes. Well, they did find live viruses. That was on the documentary. The ones up north of Canada were still in proper permafrost. The ones they found in Norway had thawed and refrozen over the years, so that they couldn't get the viruses. But the ones in Canada, they got live ones, and they now have that disease all ready to go.
Amazing. And I mean, all of these kind of themes are so scary. I mean, I remember again another article regarding this, and this was a Norwegian scientist, I think, who has now created this data bank of seeds, basically, with loads of genetic diversity in them, I think they called it like the Ark, or even Noah's Ark or something like that. So I mean, it is this very doomsday kind of theme that is going on, not totally behind the scenes, because this is in some sense out there, because this is stuff you can pick up from in the news, basically. So there is this underlying theme that something is coming, and someone is actually preparing to save seeds and this kind of stuff.
I know that because when Margaret Thatcher was in power, it came out on the British papers then that there was supposedly a publication for the public available at libraries, which wasn't available at all, on what to do in cases of emergency, such as plague or whatever, or atomic warfare.
Yeah.
And it came out that Margaret Thatcher, and she came on British television and talked about this. She says, yes, it's true, there are places, underground bases, for the elite to go to, and those who were essential for the continuation of government.
Yeah.
And then she was asked by the team, I think it was a Man Alive team, she was asked, well, what did the general public do? How did they save themselves? She says, well, it's everyone for themselves then. Then when it comes to the shelters, special SAS service members will just shoot them down.
Oh, my God.
So that's what they have for the general public.
Exactly.
And actually, the Man Alive team did get a hold of the booklet that's supposed to be available to the public. It was sent to them by the government. A lot of it was blacked out in ink. However, it did say this, and this is NATO, by the way, so any NATO country which is a member. Now, NATO is just Aten, remember? It's a scrambled Aten, that mystery sun religion.
Yeah.
And it's got the swastika for its symbol, if you look at it very carefully.
Yeah.
NATO countries all signed the same deal that in case of emergency and infection or contamination with radiation or bacterium or viruses, the military have to put cordons around cities and all areas any member of the public trying to flee the area is to be shot on sight. If whole groups of people try to escape those places, they have to be bombed from the air with CS gas, and that's official NATO policy for the people.
Amazing. And you know, one thing that just, I guess to finish things off, because we're actually approaching the end of our time here, but this brings me to, you know, again, population control and all this, regarding the Georgia guide stones and this. I mean, this guy who allegedly financed the building of this was called R.C. Christian.
I know, it's a play on Christian Rosenkreutz.
Exactly, yeah. My point, yeah. So again, the hints are right there if you look at it, and it's not. It doesn't, as you say, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out some of these stuff, which feels like they're, you know, kind of, they're wanting people who are a bit aware of this to actually, you know, pick up on these hints and threads also, you know, so we can be, I don't know what they're trying to do with that, if they're just trying to create this.
It's also a Masonic ritual of legalism, high Masonic, where it literally has, their agenda for the people has literally been written in stone. And viewable to the public,
Yeah, okay, I see.
Jacques Cousteau, the guy who loved the little fishes, was another member of the same society, and he said in an interview just shortly before he died, and for a magazine, that they'd have to kill off, he says, we'll have to kill off at least 3/4 of the world to save the planet. So he was all for this agenda too, which doesn't surprise me, since Jacques Cousteau, who worked for the British Secret Service in World War II, had a brother who worked for the Vichy France Nazis on the other side of the channel. They're both in the same, they work both sides of the same thing. It's a fascinating history we live in.
It is, absolutely, totally. And again, Alan, we have to continue next month. And again, thank you so much for coming on. But to again finish things off, tell people about your website.
Yes, check in for this information, a lot of other stuff too, on cuttingthroughthematrix.com for free downloads and for things to purchase to explain things further.
Awesome. Thank you very much for coming on, Alan.
It's been a pleasure.
You have been listening to Red Ice Creations Radio. Thank you for being a subscriber. Your support keeps redicecreations.com alive. Until next time, take care.